Hello there everyone and welcome back to Better Than Wolves. We are back in the end again today because I'm kind of obsessing over this silverfish question. I really want to know the answer to the question. Oh, hey, one of them's already popped. Okay, let me explain to you the questions I've got and explain what this monstrosity is for. By the way, Enderman can pick up netherrack, just in case nobody knew. Found that out the hard way when I didn't light this area up quite as well as I should have as I was building it. You might note there are no Endermen to speak of. I finished torching it while I was doing the testing the other day. I think I'll be harvesting some of these obsidian pillars while I'm testing this apparatus, although that's not going to be right this instant. I just want to explain it to you while it's fresh in my mind. So there are a few questions. The first question is, how efficient is this system of just having sheets of stone without recycling? So this has been, make sure I plugged it up properly, rerouted. I did not, of course. It's been rerouted so the water is flowing away from the elevator towards a collection site on the other side. So that's the first question. Is this a reasonable plan, and should I just replicate it vertically, so on ad infinitum, and will that be adequate to produce a reasonable number of these silverfish? Question number 2, do they operate faster, like does stone matter? So I've got cobblestone here, I've got smooth stone here, 64 of it. There's a little bit more cobblestone, but we've already established sort of a baseline for that one. And then we've got a layer of stone brick right here. And each of them collecting to a separate spot for both the drops in the hopper and a little mob holding center for the silverfish themselves in each case. Here, right on top of the hopper in this case, and in the case of this one, down the stairs, I might adjust that a little, but right here on top of this hopper. So yeah, so the question really just comes down to, does stone matter? And is a sheet of stone a reasonably efficient way to harvest silverfish without any breeding or recycling or whatnot? Or am I missing a critical factor to make this actually work the way I would like? So I will be setting it to a timer when I come back a little later and get set up to do this actual experiment. A fixed time, probably about an hour or so, of me just working on carving one or two of those pillars down and occasionally inspecting the process here. And we'll see what we get. Because I don't know the answer to any of those questions. I can't find an answer to any of those questions, which means that nobody's really spent... If anybody's spent a lot of time on this, they haven't shared a lot of details about it. So, we have to test things, because I can't build a reasonably efficient mob system without understanding the behavior of said mobs. And of course, since these guys don't behave at all like the vanilla, because they only spawn from spawners in vanilla, I'm not really sure what exactly what will be needed to make this effective. Whoops. I gotta be careful. So, anyways, I will run the experiment and I will bring you back and we'll crunch the numbers for the results and see what exactly these systems look like. The stone replenisher is off because I want to be able to count, although I should really reset that one because I don't know where that silverfish got to. Ooh, I should seal... it should be alright. But I do not know where that silverfish got to. I'll be fine without those two. 2 blocks that don't work aren't a big deal. I just want to make sure that this one isn't counted against the final tally of finished blocks. There we go. I suppose we're going to need I guess I don't need that. Alright, you go there, and then we'll seal that up because I don't have any glass left here in the end right now. Okay, I will be back, and hopefully we'll have some answers to some of my burning questions about Silverfish. Also, hopefully there have been some helpful responses to the last couple episodes. But I will let you know when I get back. Bye for now. Greetings everyone. 1 hour later we are, approximately. And we have 2 spawns in here that did not come from stone. As you can see, this stone sheet is still 100% intact here. One in here that also did not come from stone. The sheet is completely intact as well. He was contamination that snuck in before I sealed that up. And down here we have one who actually came out of the system. So I'm not entirely sure what we need to get these guys spawning or farming at a reasonable rate, but if anybody has any suggestions, I'd really appreciate it. I can only spend so much time on this particular job before it becomes tiring. And I'd really like to know what the heck is going on here. And I don't really have a good feel for what I would need to do to make this efficient, other than building an absolutely absurd quantity of spawning area. Or slabbing the entire nether, or building my way out to the void so that I can build a spawning pad that only for the silverfish to go onto. That's more of a traditional spawning area. So, anyways, I'm going to kill these guys and let's see how many are actually in these various sheets here. We're going to piss them off a little. Anybody there? Oh, hold on. What's going on there? That's not set to activate. Oh, but they are... Right, okay, the pistons have residual activation in them or something. Okay, so... Nobody in here. And from the looks of things, nobody in here. Okay, so that answers one question. I'm not saying cobblestone is necessarily more efficient. What I am saying is that it looks like the farming process may have made a fairly significant difference. Where are the rest of them? I thought there were 2 or 3 that had just popped out here. That's exceptionally odd. Ouch. Alright, well... Oh, there's a third. Whoa. My mouse just died. Just a second here. Charging cable. The biggest downside to wireless mice is them dying in the middle of a gaming session and getting you killed. Alright, so I see 3 of them there. So you might note I've spent a goodly hour here. That's a lot of obsidian. It's amazing how long it takes to harvest it. That pillar's completely gone, and the back of that pillar's on its way out too. So maybe the recycling system does work somehow. I don't know. But there's 3 guys here, And I'm sure there's more than 3 stones worth that broke here. Well, maybe, because there was 1 to start, and then these 2 right here. So that's 3 total, maybe? I don't know. Uncertainty is my thing right now. I gotta call it a night soon anyways, but... let's see what we can do here. Am I high enough? Nope, definitely not. Hey guys. There are... how many of you? 1, 2, 3? You guys really it? Well, I only see 3 here. I don't know where they are supposed to be coming from, but there are not a significant number of these guys in here. Okay, I've wasted enough time on this. I'm going to have to do some research, and hopefully you guys will have some decent responses to advise me from earlier episodes. I'm going to cut here and I'll pick it up either on a different project or maybe with some of your responses after the previous episodes have come out. So the one downside to recording everything is one big project, right? So, you know, where did you come from? See, there's the thing. I mean, we've got that guy right there, and I have no idea where he came from. And I got these guys down here, which I'm pretty sure came out of the stone, but who don't seem to have any real... We're just going to piss the world off here a little. There's another one. Anybody come out of these 2 areas? Nope. And nope. Well, that answers one question anyways. Those are not any... I would guess they're... oh, hello. I just wish there was some way to tell exactly how many there were here. Hi, where'd you come from? And the random spawning is just weird. Like, trying to figure out where these guys are actually coming from is confusing, to say the least. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. Maybe. Well. So they definitely drop the clay without having to pop the blocks apart. No idea how that's going to help me, but that's something to note. Hello there everyone and welcome back. Been doing some thinking on it. We're still in the same episode if I recall correctly. I just got to go find myself a candidate for this experiment. I'll clean that up later. We need a random one, which we should be able to find fairly easily. The dang things have been everywhere. There's one. So what we need to do is lure him into that little pit that I've carved nearby. It's just over there, where that small block of cobble is. It's a fairly straightforward question I need to answer, actually. And that question is, can silverfish enter blocks from below? That's it. So this apparatus, the only way he could get into one of those blocks is by entering it from below the block. No other way in, no other method to access it. If he can do that, it gives me an idea for a farm. If he can't, then I'm kind of really getting stumped. Can't see him. Is he still there? Let's have a look. Hey! Now we're talking. Confirmation time? There he is. Hi! Alright. Success of a sort. Oh. Just confirm it one more time. One silverfish in the pit. Get out of aggro radius. Give him a couple minutes of random walking. There he is. Is he still there? Oh yeah, he's still there. So I thought he did it. Now he's trying to get out. Come on, you little bugger. We'll of course make this easier for them to access in the future. There's some minor flaws in my experimental design, but good to know that they are a little bit twitchy and silly. There we go. Come on, enter the block. Nothing? Nothing. Alright, well let's make this just a touch easier for him. Yeah. And that'll be real easy to do. Just got to make sure I don't get myself killed in the process by letting him out. There we are. Just going to make it nice and flat. Because I'm pretty sure I've confirmed this, but I need to make sure. I need to make absolutely sure. I've had so many failed hypotheses into the most recent episodes. It just doesn't seem... Uh-oh. Stop it. Oh, bugger. Come on, back in you come. There we go. All right. Torch on top of that. Give him a second. Okay, he's currently chasing me. We just need to go a little further away. All right, now you can access the entire sheet. Question is that enough? I really have no way to tell, but we'll just wander back and check again. Yeah, you're still there. Patience is not what it was at the beginning of this whole process. There we go. We're getting high enough that we can see the guy as he wanders around here. Assuming he's still there. We'll figure this time I've gone to the more elaborate solution and he's actually going to burrow like he should. Let's have a look. All right. Question answered. Silverfish can enter a sheet like this from the block below, which means that this whole elaborate mob staircase system as a breeding system is a complete waste of time. So give me a minute. I'm going to retrofit this and I'll show you what my new idea is in just a second. Be right back. Hey guys, welcome back. I think I have most of a prototype done here. A few little finessing things to do on it still, but I think we've got the basic concept for this in place. So here we go. So I've removed one row on each end and the middle row. As you can see, there's a collection stream down the middle. But since there's not going to be any way for these blocks to get infested, it didn't seem that sensible to worry about having them wasting the resources to refill them. So one block below, there's a wood layer. That wood layer is covered in... it's just one block below. So the hope is that once I'm not in aggro radius, of course, these silverfish that respawn here will basically reinfest the block. And the hope is that we're going to have a increasing number once this process begins. At least that's the hope. So now the next issue is drops, because of course they drop gravel and clay on occasion when they pop a block. So that's what this is for right here, this water stream. Right here we have a timer This is a 1-minute timer. This is on its lowest speed, and this is filled. Doesn't matter because the way it's set up. So what we've done, and down here we have a 3-minute timer, which is now blocking things up here. I'll reset it in a second. But as you can see, it stays on for a block of time. So we'll go down here, we'll reset that. Oh, it's ready to go. Cool. So if we reset this to redstone torch, what'll happen is, now of course I don't have any items in there, but trust that I measured the time that it will take for water to rinse the whole system. Come on. This one's been causing me trouble. I keep on having, it keeps on leaking. So I'll fix that up in a bit. Or it could have an inversion problem. Alright, I'll sort that out later. But you get the idea. The system drains, and there we go. That's basically it. It flushes any items that are dropped by the silverfish down into the center, and any excess silverfish, which will get washed into a saw once I actually build that part of the system. Anyways, obviously a little issue to fix, but I think this is my prototype. I'll try and sort of work on reinfesting it a bit, bring some silverfish up and in, reload the blocks here and whatnot. And hopefully in the future we will have, basically I'll be able to expand this vertically by, well, I've got some ideas on that, but this is just a prototype. It's a much more elaborate prototype, but we're going to go back to working on our gold farm in the next episode, I think. So at this moment I will say thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.